Hello and welcome, family, to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much, family, in your own narrative. We really want to thank every single person that has subscribed to the channel, that supports us on Patreon, and that sends us love donations through PayPal. We appreciate, love you so much. Thank you so much for supporting us on that and enabling us to focus still on the awakening news for our people. Now, something big. I know you guys have probably already seen this headline, but I wanted to give some of the deeper spiritual relevance of what is going on. Of course, I'm talking about how Nigeria has stepped out and said no more Mzungu models in their industry, no more foreign voices, no more foreign people. And there was already actually a levy. I think people used to have to pay something like $240, any advertisement company that wanted to use foreigners. And you know, foreigners is basically, they're done with the Mzungu. I think they're just saying foreigners just to, you know. And it's funny because this story has gone viral internationally. And it shows, for me, it's such a huge sign. It's not even about racism, family, or whatever, because they said, you know, they wanted to promote local talent and they wanted to kind of match the renaissance that is happening in Nigeria, where the young people have all of a sudden, like, you know, there's been a renewal of like self-love, self-pride, an explosion of things like African fashion, African style, African music. You know, Nigeria is already leading with, you know, the Burna Boys of this world, massive, and they support their own. They literally created these megastars in Nigeria, and then that energy pushed them to be megastars all around the world. So much is happening in terms of like the renaissance and the decolonization of the African mind, particularly in Nigeria. They're spearheading this movement, family, like the renaissance. I'm so excited. I'm even the renaissance and restoration of our people. I mean, did you know, like, Burna Boy, he was the first African to ever feel like Madison Square Garden and all these he's been having a massive, like, you know, concerts sold out across the world. That's that new Afro energy, family. And so now Nigeria's like, yo, we want to promote local talent. And so we're banning all Muzungus from our advertisements. And that's huge for decolonizing our minds. That's huge for decolonizing the minds of the Nigerians. And it shows that they're even inching away from, you know, how much control Babylon had. Because actually, when you look, although, you know, they've started changing, especially in East Africa and South Africa. Well, what happened, these global brands like the Coca-Colas of this world, they actually started integrating more black models, and their main thing is like they would do these black model show, you know, their black model ads in South Africa, and then that would just be shipped over to Kenya and other, you know, East and Southern African countries. So we've been seeing these big brands already starting to change from heavy Muzungu emphasis on in their ad campaigns to, you know, the modern kind of, you know, African, etc. But this is huge, family. And it shows you Europe and America feel some type of way because all the major, you know, newspapers carry this story. So far, no real negative backlash, unless it's happening behind the scenes. But this is a sign, family, that the spiritual revolution, restoration that has been happening amongst our people is now bubbling into physical reality, because a lot has been done to heal our minds and our spirits. We've put a lot into it collectively. If you're sensitive, you will feel how much the group consciousness of the melanated people, and especially of our African people, has shifted in the last decade, and particularly in the last 3 years. Although, I mean, Kenya, you know, there was someone who tweeted me, by the way, you can always follow me on Twitter at Dr. Mumbi Saraki, about how, you know, our governors and stuff are being inaugurated. And one guy tweeted me like, because, you know, our governors were all in these expensive suits and Western clothes. And so I think this guy actually was from Nigeria. And he's like, don't you Kenyans have even a traditional dress that you'd wear for your ceremonies? And then, there was a whole thread of Kenyans saying, oh, the colonization is too deep. We even lost those things. But it just shows you, family, this is absolutely huge. This is absolutely huge. And it's very bold of Nigeria. But Nigeria has always been kind of the one ahead when it comes to issues of like Black pride, African, confidence in ourselves, love for ourselves. And it has been such a blessing in disguise, because many people may not see it like that, of having so many Africans intermingling, because there's a lot of West Africans currently living in Kenya, and that has, it has shifted and affected us. And many of our Kenyan or East African brothers and sisters, when they go to Europe or the divided states, they'll mingle with the West Africans and everything, and it shifts the consciousness, family. So this is a huge sign that things are right on track for the restoration of our people, because we're now attacking what we're feeding our people. And by doing that, that means like Nigeria, the way I saw it when I heard this news is like Nigeria had hit a tipping point now where in the decolonization of the mind, whereas now like that Renaissance had now, spilled into policy, and now everybody is going to be, they're going to be implementing changes that affect everybody, even those who are not ready. Even those who are not ready to let go of those Muzungu advertisements. But the funny thing is, of course, no surprise, Nigerians welcomed the move, saying they'd be happy to see an end to those, British accents and all that stuff. And, just a decade ago, family, British models and Mzungu models actually dominated the Nigerian advertisement space. And that has been changing. And this is like the final blow to that. And of course, it'll be interesting to hear what you guys think in the comments. I know some people will be like, oh, if we do this, they might retaliate in Babylon, etc., etc. But it shows you that there's a reset happening in our minds, family. Because this story also was trending across Africa. It inspired a lot of Africans and generated a lot of debate. Because my Nigerian friends, I've never been to Nigeria. I really should come visit. But my Nigerian friends, the ones who live in Kenya, were saying, yo, the way you guys interact with Mzungus, that would never fly in Nigeria. So they find us a bit, although there's a lot that's been done. I'm not making excuses for Kenyans, but there's a lot that's been done to make sure that we're among the most colonized. Because as I keep saying, we are a gate. We're one of the important gates that Babylon uses to access Africa, and also family. As I go deeper into my meditation, I'm realizing there's also gates to other worlds that are right here, that the stargates that they've been trying to, take advantage of. Of course, we're all focused on the stargate in Mount Zion, but there's others, family. But anyway, huge congratulations to Nigeria setting the tone for this new dispensation. It shows you we're moving into a new realm, family. Best believe it, give it your energy, give it your enthusiasm, so that it comes faster. Until next time. Tuko. Looking for a conscious community, or for people, who are on their awakening journey, on their transition to an off-grid living in your country, well, we have the solution, family. We're calling it Unity Communities. We get so many emails every week from people who ask if I know of people in their region, or people in their city, or people in their town who are on a similar kind of journey, who have broken away or are breaking away from the religious psychosis, and they're looking for just people who think the same way in their town, in their city. But more importantly, to give us a community where we feel understood, understood, overstood, where we can bond with people of like mind. And if you feel called to be part of this, definitely email me at drmumbi@drmumbishow.com. unity.com. Please put your country in the subject line with Unity Communities. Get in touch with me, Dr. Mumbi at drmumbishow.com, Unity Communities.